The environment is basically everything that is around us.
From the natural to the human.
This planet's ecosystems, this planet's natural resources, this planet's integrity.
Sustainability is really about how we live on this planet so that other species and future generations can enjoy the same kind of amenities as we are privileged to enjoy today.
One thing that people also forget is that humanity is part of the environment. We are the environment.
When it comes to the environment, I feel like people should be connecting fully to the natural world.
You can't just imagine you're kind of free-floating through a world that is indifferent to you, that you are an agent in the world. You're an agent of change.
When we're talking about society, we're talking about the social relations, the social networks, social support structures that operate between people.
And the more we get those to overlap and work in harmony with each other, rather than aggravating each other, the more I would say we're moving toward the sustainability ideal.
Society is facing enormous challenges and changes. What we see are issues which have no simple solution.
We can't keep doing things the way we've been doing them. So we really have to shift towards sustainability to protect the natural environment, but also really to protect the economy and create the kind of jobs of the future.
When you ask people, what do you think is the problem with the world? People will say, you know what, it's deforestation, it's our water pollution, it's overfishing. But when I think about it, when you think about it really truly, it's people.
If you look at the kind of problems that we're facing now, many people who've been involved in actually creating those problems, of course, were themselves university educated. And what that tells us is that we need to change the way we educate people at universities.
If we can give students at the university a good education in sustainability, we can create a new generation of leadership and a new generation of consumers and citizens who put sustainability high on the agenda. And we haven't had that in the past, and that's where we need to go.
Students start in the first year with a highly interdisciplinary course which introduces them to the concepts of environment, sustainability, and society.
Traditionally, in universities, we fragment and we sectoralize information. So we learn about biology or we learn about philosophy. What we're trying to do in the College of Sustainability is to take information from all the disciplines and synthesize it.
You could get an architect talking to you or a historian or biologists, and they're all coming from different perspectives, and they all see this, they're looking at these same issues from a completely different place.
As the students begin going through this program, they're going to start to become experts in their own right. They're going to start to know more about a certain area of study than any of us might know.
They go out into the community to work on issues of sustainability with community partners.
We're really excited at the fact that we've got a world-class academic institute here in our backyard that we can access and really help us accelerate those sustainability efforts.
There are other institutions that touch on sustainability, but there's nothing as comprehensive as what we're doing here.
This is the decade of education for sustainable development as defined by the United Nations and UNESCO. UNESCO has been looking at what initiatives are happening around sustainability. Dalhousie's been recognized as one of the top 25 initiatives for education for sustainable development.
We do have an opportunity here to change the way that people see the world.
It's really our ambition that through what we do here, our students will become the leaders that the world needs to make the kind of transition to a new way of thinking about the world and to living more sustainably.
What students who come to this college should want is to take their own particular sense of themselves and marry that to a desire to actually make a difference in the world.
I want to be able to understand the things that are happening in this world, as well as to be able to communicate those things back to our society so that we'll be able to better understand what's happening as well as better care for it.